Hi, welcome back to Team Woolly Sheep Reviews. I'm absolutely freezing cold. Been out flying today. Weather is absolutely freezing. So my poor face is freezing cold. Right, so as the weather's not that good, back in the shed. So guess what's coming up? Hello. This is the Team Woolly Sheep RAM. This will take 6-inch props. Now, what I'm up to is I'm going to make a long range one with the Immersion RC EzUHF. It's the Nano receiver. Very small. Don't know if you can see. It's quite small. So this is going to be good because I'm going to have 600 milliwatt VTX on there. I am going to be able to fly a bit further and maybe a bit of tree fields, dodging sheep, cows, whatever. It's going to give me a little bit more than my standard quad setup. So yeah, some people don't like flying too far. This will have the ability to fly a little bit further and push the boundaries a little bit more. So yeah, this is the Team Woolly Sheep RAM, and it's going to be fitted with this. So yeah, I'm going to start getting everything together. The only problem is got a bit of a mess. It don't take long for the workbench to get in a bit of a mess. Not normally messy, but okay, that's better. Right, where am I? So did a bit of research on the internet to find out the 4-in-1, what the connections are, and as you can see from that, motor 1, motor 2, 3, 4 in different positions when they lead. That board is leading that orientation, and so what I did, I had to work out that the position on the board which is marked motor 2 is actually in position 1. And so what I've done, I worked the colour scheme to know where my motors are going to be. So as long as I connect them, yellow will be motor 1, white will be 2, orange will be 3, and brown will be 4. Brown, sorry, blue. So yeah, so it's all ready to go. So this now is going to have this mounted on the posts there. I put some little grooves in there to let the air flow through, because there's a lot of components on the bottom, and that will mount on there with the little spacers. The flight control board will sit on there like so, and that's basically how it's going to be. These connections then will be connected on the relevant position on the head pins there. So this is a board that came out of my hex that I put the NAS in, the NASA, sorry. So I know it's a fully working, fully functions, configured for ppm. So yep, let the build begin. Yep, that was neat, and that was very quick. Thanks for Steph putting in some M3 brass collets. So I need black, red and yellow. Now that in there currently is white, so I need to swap the white for the yellow. Now it's positive, negative and yellow as motor 1. Right, motor 2 is white, motor 3 is orange, and motor 4 is blue. Job done. What I'm going to do, because I don't like these being like that, I'm going to put a bit of braid on them, I think, and tidy that up a little bit. So yeah, so if you look, to recap, I've switched the yellow and white into the main plug, so it's getting the 5-volt supply into the NAS board. On the red, black, and the white has now become yellow. So motor 1 is yellow, motor 1 yellow. The white then is number 2, orange, or it's like a browny colour, is 3, and the blue is 4. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is it. So just going to make put a bit of braid on there, and that'll be a nice job. So making progress ever so slowly. Right, so the video transmitter's there. I don't know whether you can see, but there's you can see the lights through there, and I've drilled a hole for the button there. So that's okay. For the camera, I put 2 notches in there and cut a little slot for the cable to come out, and I'm going to hot glue that cable in there. I put a bit of spiral wrap on it, and that'll be plugged in there. I'm going to solder these with a bullet on, and I'm going to have flying lead coming to this, and this is a 12 volt. It's a 4S to 12 volt 4S LiPo in, 12 volt regulator there. So I'm going to put that on, and I'm going to put a capacitor there on the incoming side, on the battery side, to filter out any transients from the ESCs. As you can see, I put some 4mm plugs on there, and I've got the same then there. That's going to be glued in there. I've got this lead on it just to give me a bit of something to hold on to. So the hot glue gun is warming up. That is going in there, and as you can see, this is then tagged off them. So nice and straightforward, and almost ready to glue in. All I need is motors. Ooh! Thanks to 1080 aerial, I have now got some Emax motors. No, not the red bottoms. I've gone for these. These are the MT 2204 Mark IIs. So ventilated, lightweight, really nice motors actually. So they're going to go on there. This is not a speed machine. This is efficient machine. So now I don't know whether you you remember, but my original plan was to strip that down, and this is the Lysum 210, which is a copy of the Sharpoo's Quav 210, and I took it for a test fly last weekend. I thought, oh, I'll give it one last fly before I strip it down, and it flew so nice I couldn't do it. So this baby is staying in my collection. Just a quick pointer that with this frame, it's about 2-3 mil thick. I think it's about 3 mil thick there. What you need is the short screws, and then what I'm doing is using the crinkle washer, a locking washer, and a standard washer, and putting it in to make sure that it does not penetrate the motor too deeply and make contact with the coils, the windings inside. These motors, especially the red bottoms, the windings are very, very close. So if a screw is a millimeter too long, you're going to end up with a faulty motor, and then you're twitching and doing all stupid things. So basically, make sure you've got plenty of washers and make sure you don't penetrate the motor. Can't say fairer than that. Once you've done that, they're absolutely fabulous motors. So that's the only downside. For them to be nice and compact, they are the way they are generally, there's not much room there for the windings. So whatever you do, make sure the screws are the short ones, and you've got some washers, and you're only a couple of threads going into those motors. Otherwise it's going to be an expensive mistake. So yeah, here it is. I'm going to tidy up this wiring. I'm not happy with that. I don't like loose wires there, but for the test it'll be fine. Put a bit of hot glue where it needs to be. So that goes to the receiver, there's my FPV power, and I've got a little power supply board in there running it, and this is going to be for my LEDs, which are going to go on the back. So I've spun it up and tested the motor directions. Every single one of them was going the wrong direction. So my little plan was reversed with a little B Pro. So, yeah. So I've had a bit of fun, and I managed to get there. In the lid, you can now see I put the receiver up there, and I got a pigtail line going down so I can take the lid off and work on it. And the VTX is there in the top end. I got some hot glue strategically located and some protection. So yeah, that goes on there, and this baby's ready to fly. So I've ordered a straight antenna. As you can see, I've bent that. So good old Big Nose 13 is going to knock me up a UHF dipole, and that's going to go on there as a straight vertical antenna. So yeah, what I'm going to do now is put the lid on. I'm going to put the LEDs on first. So I'm going to get some lights on the back, and then she's ready for a test flight. All that's left is to fly it.